Well, this is actually going to be something exciting, y'all, right now. What I'm about to talk about. And let me actually do this because I feel like this is a part of that process. Let's do it.
Secrets will be shared with you. Only what we want to explore. You have no say over what I do in my dreams. You know all of your dirty secrets. You have been dishonest with secret for so long. The secrets of the girls will always be revealed.
Y'all, listen. This is going to be an episode of Beyond the 11th motherfucking Gate. Because I feel like anytime you talk about something that is different, I think every time I talk about something that is out the norm, I'm going to do the Beyond the 11th Gate intro. Because what people have to understand, and shout out to the people out there. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are well. I see the comments already coming up. It says there's 3 comments. But of course, I like to get out what I get out, y'all, because I get a little. I need to stop being too detail orientated too. I feel like if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, you can always ask. And that's how I'll go deep into stuff. I think that's why my lives be like 3 or 4 hours, because I'm always trying to explain things the way that I want people to explain things to me, right? I don't want you to just tell me that the sky is blue. I want you to explain to me why the sky is blue. And if you're like, I don't know, it's just God's nature, then I need you to shut the fuck up because you don't know the sky is really blue. You're just talking, okay? And so either way, when it comes to the spiritual stuff, and I always tell people this, you have to step out of the mundane or the real world, right? Magical conversations deals with an open heart and open mind, and of course, listening in spiritually, not physically. I think a lot of people get it twisted and they get it really screwed up when they come to things magically. And I'm going to explain this too. Magically, and they're expecting a physical response to their spiritual experience. And although their physical experience have a spiritual energy behind it, when you're dealing with the spiritual stuff, you have to step aside the physical stuff and you got to allow the spiritual stuff to manifest the way it should manifest. So I think a lot of people get confused. They actually block, they get twisted, they stop what it is they're trying to manifest because, and of course, it's through experience, y'all. Because of course we call magic, and we call, whether it's white magic, black magic, voodoo, hoodoo, we call it the craft, we call it the arts, right? And we know that arts deals with creativity, but arts also deals with things that we understand there's a process to this, right? And so it's not just the idea of, there's a man I want at Starbucks, I know I can get him, or I don't know I can get him. I don't know how to get him, but I'm going to figure out how to work energy to get him together. And in that process, you're thinking to yourself, like, this may not work out. This may not be possible. And, or if you never manifested this type of energy, it's more than likely not going to manifest for you, because you've already come into this physical experience that has a spiritual, energetic, purpose behind it. And you're coming at it from a physical standpoint. And so either way, I always tell people that things are being worked out in the spirit realm right now that you're not even aware of. Things that are manifesting, things are manifesting right now in the spirit world that have yet to happen, like tomorrow. Today, you don't know if tomorrow exists, right? Today, as a physical being, you don't know if tomorrow exists. You're assuming, you're hoping, but you're very sure that it does exist. So you're like, tomorrow I got a doctor's appointment. Tomorrow I got to go hang out with my friends, right? But it is the spirit realm that is working these things out right now, and it's already happening. This is why things are called, or things that happen are called, divine intervention. Okay. And so just starting off with that, I want you to understand that. And this is for anybody who get magical work done, anybody who's interested in getting magical work done, to kind of understand how things manifest in the spirit. Because I think people are, like I said, are confused with it, and it actually blocks their manifestation. It actually creates more problems. And then they're upset at themselves, and or if they sought after the practitioner to help them with the workings. And so if you are going to come at things from a physical perspective, then you need to physically think about what it is that you're trying to manifest. If you're doing spiritual work to manifest a job, and spiritually speaking, you've done the spiritual work, you've reached out to a spiritual advisor, and I'm not going to say common sense, because I have to keep reminding myself that age does not mean wisdom. And also, because someone has been doing something for a long period of time as a client, don't mean that they have been taught properly how to expect or what to expect in their experience. And so either way, for me, like I said, if you're going to do the physical approach to things, and physical would be thinking, when am I going to see my results, right? Well, I did my work 2 weeks ago, and you're literally counting, right? Because some people do that. They write on their calendar, I did it July the 14th. It is now August the 12th. I've yet to see anything come on. What's really going on here, right? At this point, if you're coming at it from a physical perspective, then you need to come out with physical possibilities, meaning, what are you going to now do physically? Okay, you're not allowing the spiritual stuff to manifest. You're not allowing spirit to come in, because even thinking about this realistically, y'all, you've been dealing with something for 6 months. You do energetic work on something that you've been dealing with for 6 months. There's no way that I would expect my results to happen in 6 months. Now, because I know what I know, and I know what I'm doing, I know how to do things properly. As a consumer, as a client of mine, you should expect it to happen in 3 to 6 months, regardless of how long you've been doing the workings when it comes to me doing work with you or for you. But realistically, if you've been dealing with this for 6 months, how would you expect this magic or this energy to reverse the situation in as little as 30 days? That's not how that works, especially if all parties that are in here or that are coming in that are involved are not on the same frequency. I'm going to give you some keywords here. I want you guys to write this down. You can do your research on these words, and kind of let this, marinate. Okay, so of course, the first thing that we're doing is, and the title of the video says, no such thing, formula equals power, success, and accuracy. Because people think that magical pills, or there's a magical pill, there's an instant push. And I keep telling y'all, stop getting twisted up in these scam artists that tell you, guarantee your lover will call you in 3 days. Guarantee in 12 hours, your man of your dreams is going to come walk through the door. I can work magic for you, and your man will be here in 7 days. Anybody who give you some type of unrealistic accuracy like that, they're scamming, they're lying. Another thing to the flip side, some people are like, well, it has manifested for me, right? I have reached out to people like that, and my lover has called me in 3 days, whatever, whatever, whatever. But we didn't say your lover was going to call you in 3 days. The psychic or the witch or whoever the fuck they are told you that in 3 days your man will be back in your arms. And then of course they're going to have a excuse to say, well, you need a little bit of a push, so maybe we need to do some type of other magical workings, right? Because it was exposed with one of these YouTubers that that's what they do. Okay, hello, let's talk about it. And so either way, realistically speaking, I cannot tell you from my perception, because it was my situation, I would know for sure, okay, in 3 days, I get this man back to me. But from the outside looking in, whether I'm a spiritual advisor, whether I'm a psychic, whether I know exactly what's going on, a lot of situations are so complex. And as a problem solver, write that down, problem solver or problem solving techniques, I have to know exactly what, when, why, and how. And sometimes it's a very long process. So right now you're in the situation with a man or a woman and you guys are fighting and you're like, listen, I want my love life to work out properly because we met each other, 3 or 4 years ago. We were happily in love. Everything seemed real. They told me they were going to change my life. They promised me the moon, the stars, and everything above, right? But now in 2024, things have changed and I need this energy worked. Well, as the problem solver that I am, as the spiritual advisor I am, because, let's take witch and psychic and stuff out the equation. As the problem solver that I am, I have to know, when, what, why, and how. When did this start? How did this start? What allowed this energy to manifest? And a lot of this stuff that you're experiencing right now was set up when you were younger. Right. And so we go into breaking hexes and curses that are deeper than you just coming to a psychic or a spiritualist and saying, am I cursed because I'm not finding the man of my dream? Am I cursed because my money is blocked? A lot of this stuff comes from when you were a kid. It was a mindset. It was the training that you had. And as the adult, you need to be deprogrammed. As a human being who's trying to elevate is called change. Also write that down. A change, a shift. Okay. When change is coming, when you're elevating, things get to be a little uncomfortable, right? And so you have to go back to the worst. It's called exaggeration. Let's get into it. Write that down as well. Exaggeration. Okay. It is EXCERBATION. And it is a term that says that things get worse before they get better. And even in psychology, they talk about things get worse before they get better because it deals with change. Okay. It deals with change. When there's change coming, things feel worse, things get worse, and they feel like they're getting worse. They're really not. But things get worse and things feel like they're not working out because change is being done. Change is working out. And so from the physical perspective, if you're like, listen, things are getting worse. I don't know, the work is manifesting, blah, 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 and you're already checking on that, especially if, like myself, tell you, hey, 3 to 6 months, you should see your results. 3 to 6 months. If you're already checking on that within 30 days, that means you're not really prepared for what it is that you're asking to be manifested. And there's no good way, there's no easy way, there's no polite way to say that. You're not ready for what it is that you're asking for because in the end result, it is all a battlefield. In psychology, we're taught the mind is a battlefield. In human experiences, we're taught that the mind is a battlefield. When it comes to matters of the heart, we're taught that it is a battlefield. Do you know that when it comes to spirituality, because we are not battling with flesh and blood, but we're wrestling with powers and principalities and dominions and all that stuff? Do you know that it is a battlefield every time you light a candle? Do you know it's a battlefield every time you want to change your life? Do you know that there's energies that are set up to set you back? And I think that we all are aware of this, right? And so I encourage you all to not get ditzy and forget that. And I'm not calling anybody in particular ditzy because we all can have our ditzy moments. I'm saying do not get ditzy because you're coming to someone spiritually or you're deciding to burn a candle and forget that you are in a spiritual warfare. You are dealing with energies and powers, whether it is generational, whether it is familiars, demonic energies, demonic powers, whether it is people that put a curse on you to stop you from manifesting the life that you want. Life is not easy. Life is not meant to be easy. We're given lemons and you're meant to make lemonade out of it, right? And if you don't know how to do that, this is why you seek out people like me, spiritual advisors, to get the recipe. Everything deals with formula, right? Everything deals with a formula. Magic has a K at the end of it because we're dealing with a scientific breakdown. Not to also mention the K comes from Kemet or Kemia, which means the black earth. As you know, that there's a black sun and a black earth. If you don't know, now you know. And it's not a physical place. So, of course, going even into the definition of alchemy, people thought that alchemy comes from the word Kemet, which means black land, when in fact, Kemet actually means black earth. So the Egyptians were not just talking about the land that they were in, they were talking about pulling from a mystical, occult place. And this is why occultic place. And this is why people didn't understand the Egyptians and their magical abilities. And even to this day, people are still trying to figure out how things are done the way that the Egyptians did it, and they're not able to do it. Right, everybody's copying. Everybody have their own branch of the information. They rewired it, they reworked it, and then when they're not getting the results the way that they want it, they're upset about it. They want to fight people. And so either way, we're dealing with processes. Okay, when we're doing magical things or anything, we're dealing with a process. Right? If you do not know, let's explain that. When you are wanting to manifest something, when you're wanting to do something, when you're not wanting to do something, there is steps to this, y'all. There's cycles to this. There's a system that has been set up before you to everything that we want to acquire. And so every step that you take moves you closer, or at least it should, to your desired goal. But you don't jump from step 1 to step 12. You have to go to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and so forth, so forth. And I think people forget that magic does not allow you to skip those steps. There's still a process in that. There's still a time frame in that, a tangible time frame in that. But like I said, there's still a process spiritually that has to be undergone in order for things to manifest accurately, effectively, for the longevity of things. Of course, things that take time are usually going to work out longer in the end. Things that are instant, guess what? It instantly leaves. So what they say, how the same way you get a man, the same way you'll lose the man, right? That's what they say, right? And so that works with anything. The same way you get anything is the same way you're going to lose that thing. So I would like to build up a process. I would like to work a little slower but steady to manifest. When I manifest, it's longer lasting. And sometimes you don't even realize the manifestation of things, right? Because you're like, listen, I know it's going to take this amount of time, and even going into this, could jump back from the physical to the spiritual stuff. Physically, going into the spiritual stuff, right? I'm reaching out to a spiritual advisor, somebody who does energetic work, and I want to change this man's heart. I feel like this man is the one for me, but right now his actions are not coinciding with the words and the experience I had from him in the beginning, right? So without the magical stuff, what would you do? Because there's a reason why you're doing the magical stuff, right? What would you do to get this man to change his heart or change his mind? What would you do? Well, if I wanted this man to love me the way that he loved me when we first met, I would take my energy back to that moment. In that moment, I was a little more shy. I wasn't really combative. I really didn't do anything to push his buttons. I really didn't make him feel any type of way. And even going into that too, retracing your steps, right? From now to back then. What changed within you that caused the change to happen within him? And some people would say, well, no, there was no change within me. It was all within him. No, there was a change in you. Something you said, something you did. And, not to get too graphical, it could have been a sexual experience, right? Maybe he never had this done sexually. Something opened up something differently within him, which caused the energies to change. And sometimes, okay, very small chance, even though a lot of people say there's a lot of interferences and stuff. I don't tell that to everybody because everybody do not have interferences when it comes to the relationships, or people are dictating the mind of their man or their woman to cause them to, to fall further apart from this individual. But the ones who do say there's interference, right? It's a small percentage of that. But the interference is something was triggered within him to cause a change. He conversed with someone about the situation, and then they were like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then that's what allowed him to say, well, maybe this is true because I did notice that after this. And so that's how that happens, right? No one knows exactly, or no one's going to be completely into you, trust you completely 100%. Their guards are down with you, and they're going to allow other people to come in and to sway them. Everything starts with you and that person. And so going back to maybe not being too involved, right? Maybe going back into not really voicing your opinion. You want to kind of read him or her down, maybe hold back on that, especially if you're doing any type of magical workings, right? You're not going to say sweeten the relationship, but yet when the person become combative, you're like, fuck you, nigga. All the, because listen, it doesn't work out. It never have worked out, and it never will. So of course, as I tell y'all, when we're doing workings and you're trying to manifest a man, or you're trying to sweeten the relationship, you need to abstain and refrain from fighting. Okay. You're going through the change. And when you go through the change because you're getting the work done, they're also going to be affected by that change. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it does not make sense. It does not make sense how, if I'm involved with 3 people and everybody have their own energy, their own mind, without me even doing workings on them, but working on a situation because I'm a part of the situation. And as you know, if you are a part of a situation, you have the power, and you have the ability, and you have the right to change that energy. So when you're doing workings on people, people are like, oh, that's black magic. I'll magic black magic because you're going against people. Well, no, you're not, because you're a part of the situation and you want a change. You're expecting something out of this, right? If not, you move yourself out the equation, but you're a part of the equation and you want to see realistic results, right? I cannot explain to you how it's possible. I just know that it is, that there could be 3 people involved. I do workings on the situation, not the people, because that's how I always say we do workings on the situation, not the people. When it comes into black magic, we do workings on people. When it comes into magic that I do, real magic, it's not about white, black, gray, purple, yellow, orange, all that. It's about real magic. It's about the energy and the situation that's being worked in. All parties involved are going to be affected by that because the situation involves all of them. And it's so weird how people start lining up. There creates some type of alignment, and it's a lot of times bigger than I ever imagined. And I don't know, it's because I come into this open-hearted, open-minded, and I say, Spirit, I trust that you have my greater, my greater purpose in mind. I understand that you're working all things out for the greater good. I understand that all my expenses are for the greater good and for the betterment of myself, for the advancing of myself, because that's why we live every day, right? Today is better than yesterday because we're given the opportunity to advance. And so I understand that. And Spirit never fails me. And so spiritually, when we're working on situations and we're working on person, place, or things, we're dealing with the situation, not the person. And whether or not you're coming to the spiritual advisor about a particular person, we're still ultimately working on the situation. And what is your piece of that situation? Right? When it comes to the whole pie, and the pie is, I'm in love with this person. I want this job. I need this protection. I need this place. I want to be happy and at peace, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're getting a piece of that pie. So what is your contribution to the ingredients? What are you doing to dictate the results? Because it's not about me wanting it better than you or me wanting it more than you or any of that. If you're not wanting it to happen, it's not going to happen. And you're saying, but I do want it to happen because Mystic, I paid for the work. Mystic, I want to get the work done. Yeah, but are your actions and your words matching up? For me, y'all, and I keep telling y'all this, and I do want to do something physically behind the scenes, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. Am I going to record videos and cut it down to like 3 or 4 minutes? Because I know people's attention span are not really that long. But of course, people, I feel like when I be talking to people, I'll be talking to regular people. I feel like y'all are a little more different from people. And you understand things differently, right? You understand things the way I understand things. I was a weird kid. And so, bitch, I understand things weirdly. Okay. If it's normal, if it's bland, if it's vanilla, bitch, it's boring. I don't understand. I'm like, what is this? What is this? How is this? But when it's different, I'm like, I get it. Uh-huh. Anyway, so going into, like I said, magical stuff, right? Stepping back, everything's a warfare, right? We're setting ourselves up with armor. And like I said, I'm giving y'all keywords and any word that stands out to y'all. And I really encourage y'all to start doing this. When I say things that kind of stand out to you, kind of write it down, make a mental note, and kind of do your own in-depth research about it, right? And so you can better understand, because of course, what you read, you're going to understand differently than what I'm explaining, how I'm understanding it, even if I'm explaining it the exact same way that the definition is. But there's a process to manifesting, and the process starts from within. And so I always go back to John, which means one, which means one, if you don't know. One, John, it's all the same thing. Wong, it's all the same thing. The beginning step is 0, and then it's 1. In the beginning was the word, and the word came from a thought, right? And so everything that we manifest starts in the mind. If the mind is not healthy, you more than likely, I mean, let's just jump to it. If the mind is not healthy, if the mind is not stable, if the mind is not being worked on, because the mind has to be attuned, it has to be attuned, and it has to be kept in shape. And of course, diet does affect that, especially when you get older. Okay, if you 19, 18, 20, maybe 21, 22, yeah, baby, you can still eat junk food, McDonald's, fattening ass food, animalistic food, cannibalism, whatever you want to call it. And you could still probably do the shit you got to do. When you get a little older, the cells need to be rejuvenated. Your collagen, your cells turnovers are not as rapid. And so they need help. They need oxygen. They need antioxidants, right? And so you have to eat healthy. You have to do things to keep that mind in a good space. And this also goes into emotional balances, right? And so either way, when you are preparing to manifest something, you have to have the mind for it. Once the mind is there, now everything you're doing, I hate when I fucking get hiccups just out the damn blue. Everything you fucking do, it comes from it has to deal with what you're trying to manifest, right? And so while you're working your stuff energetically, and that's why I tell people, because people get caught up in this, right? We're going to put realistic situations in this, so I'm not just going to talk to talk. People go into getting like 30-day candles, 90-day candles, 20-day candles, 10-day fasting, 3-day fasting, 1 day, 100-hour candles, 3-hour candles, 40-minute candles. What you have to understand, the power within these candles are not the fact that these candles burn longer, but it's the fact that they burn longer for the practitioner who can focus on this energy longer. Do you know that the whole 7 days, while those 7-day candles are burning, that your energy has to be even with the work you're trying to manifest? Meaning, while you're burning a money candle, you have to be constantly doing, while that candle's burning, ways to make money. You can't give it a break. You can't say, while those candles are burning, oh my God, what happens if I don't make this money? Or dealing with people who ain't trying to get money. Like, this is what it comes down to. This is why they have 40-minute candles. This is why they have 30-minute candles. They have little tea lights, right? It's not because the tea lights are weaker than the 7-day pillar, or they're weaker than the candles that burn 112 hours. It's the idea that if you can only, give your energy for 30 minutes, that's where a tea light candle coming at. This is where you will burn your tea light candles to manifest what you want. People who can focus their energy for 112 hours, 120 hours, 260 hours, 7 days straight, they're going to see the benefits in the 7-day candles, because while the energy is being pulled, they're helping that energy manifest. So it's the same thing outside of that. If you're not doing the work and you come to the spiritual advisor, and the spiritual advisor is saying, we're working this energy for 21 days. During those whole 21 days, you're going to be tried. Yes, during those 21 days, you may say, fuck it. Did I waste my money? Did I waste my time? Why did I do it? Is this wrong? Am I going to get, karma's going to get me? Did I, is this out of the ordinary? Should I have not done, all these feelings are going to come up. But you, and this is why I always give people positive affirmation. I tell them, hey, keep your mind busy, right? You have to change that. You have to be in the thought process of, this is going to work out. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful this is going to work out. Blah, blah, blah. And y'all, it seems so crazy. It seems so weird, right? But hear me out and also stay with it, right? You are doing something that's weird. You're coming to a spiritual advisor, a psychic, whatever, and you're asking them to burn candles on a situation that is affecting you, that you want to be changed. That is more weird than you being in a situation with a man or a person or situation, and you're expecting the situation to change. And although he just called you out your name, you're going to say, bless you, and God, I'm so thankful because I know my man has changed and I feel the change. That is more weird to worry about burning the candle more than it is you actually getting yourself in that frame of thought to manifest what it is they're trying to manifest, because that's how it manifests. It manifests in the thought first. It manifests in the mind first. What you think about will come. And so when things are being worked out, and of course, you're not saying this publicly, you're not saying this to him. If he just told you to shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch, you're not gonna be like, baby, thank you so much. I know you still love me, dumb baby. We're not talking about that. We're talking about within yourself, within your own time. Because if you do not have your alone time right now, I encourage you to start doing that. If you do not write in a journal, I encourage you to start doing that, right? Because you don't want to come across a little weird. You don't want to, complicate the situations. We're talking about from the spiritual perception of things, from the perspective of the spirit, right? From the spiritual mind. The physical mind, he's calling out your name. He's cussing you out. He probably blocked you. But from the spiritual perspective, bitch, you need to have that dialogue with yourself. You need to write that shit down. Not bitch, but, excuse me. I'll be talking like I'm talking to my homegirls and stuff. Anyway, but you need to write it down as if it is happening. Oh my God, I saw some change today. I saw some good changes today. He got a little crazy, but I understand the exacerbation period. I understand that things appear to get worse before they get better, but I understand this is a part of my process of change. I understand that my change is coming, and I'm grateful for this. And then that, like I said, this is a state of mind you want to be in, because where the mind goes, the rest will follow. And so, like I said, you've already done the stuff spiritually. You've already got into doing the stuff spiritually. You've already got into doing the stuff magically, right? You've already aligned yourself with doing the stuff the way you want to do it spiritually. You need to also put yourself in that perception spiritually. Okay? Spiritually, words start first and then the rest follow. Thoughts start first and then words come about and then actions come about and then the stuff starts to manifest. And so that's how that works. The most simple way to put it is problem solving is what you're seeking when you come to a spiritual advisor. They are problem solving the situation. And then even in a problem solving situation, you are expecting change, but the change has to start with you. If they used to tell you to shut the fuck up and you would say, you shut the fuck up and blah, 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 whatever. This is where you start changing a little bit. Like, you're like, you know what? This energy, I see this energy is starting to change to another space. I see this energy is starting to go somewhere else. Let me stay focused on what it is that I'm trying to manifest, because that's how it works. The opposing energy is going to try to deter you from what it is you're trying to manifest. Clearly, this is why things have turned out for the worse, because something or someone wants you, and it's not always people, it's spirits and principalities that don't want you to be happy, successful, healthy, and wealthy. And so, like I said, you have to put yourself in that frame of thought. You have to say, this is what I want to happen. You have to say, this is what I'm expecting to happen, and actually see it. Meditating, writing stuff down, going for a walk, whatever. Allow that energy to manifest the way that it needs to manifest, y'all. And if you don't, it's not going to manifest. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. We talked about this so many times. And of course, like I said, I got to, refrain from saying, girl, it's kind of common sense because it's really not. People don't understand how things work. And of course, I will explain. And sometimes you got to explain things to people 20 million times before they get it. And that's okay. Okay. I'm here. I have the patience to explain it 20 million times. Okay. Understand that what you're manifesting, you're setting yourself up to fail. That doesn't mean you're gonna fail. It means that when you see the goal, the end goal, you're gonna have obstacles that are gonna try to stop you from reaching them. You have to develop new sets and skills or new sets of skills to remove these obstacles to make these things happen. Energetically, it's working out fine. Let's say you got the work done with me, and I tell you, listen, energetically, everything's working out fine. Energetically, things is being seen. I'm seeing things work out the way it should work out. But in the physical, you're like, I'm not seeing this. There's so much shit going on. There's no way this is working out. This is where you got to change the way you think. And although, girl, it's cliche, although it's like, okay, but how do I do that? I'm willing to give you those tools. I'm willing to show you how to, to obtain these tools, right? But the thoughts have to change, right? If you're a combative person and they're a combative person, and that's the real reason why y'all are not having communication, or y'all are having communication issues, then if you're not willing to, pipe down, if you're not willing to kind of change it and say, well, for the sake of the magic, I'm willing to shut the fuck up for some time. Then at this point, you need to go about it physically and not do it spiritually and just say, you know what? I'm going to end my relationship with this person. I'm going to cut ties because you cannot be torn in between the physical and the spiritual. We call that being trapped. That's called spiritual entrapment. Okay. And not, the way the police do, they set you up and all that good shit, girl. But it's called, being entrapped, girl. That's what we call spiritually being trapped. Okay. You cannot maneuver the same way you do spiritually, the same way you do physically. The higher self, and this is where we go into building ourselves up too, right? Before we can love other people, we have to love ourselves. And the only reason why we have to love ourselves before we love other people is because when you love yourself, you understand the process of love. Because you know goddamn well, just like I know goddamn well, it's not easy loving your motherfucking self. It was a journey for a lot of us to start loving ourselves because we had outside people tell us we wasn't good enough. We had outside people tell us we didn't look good. We had outside people tell us a whole bunch of bad things about ourselves. And we were like, damn, here I am. I thought I was the fucking baddest thing that walked this planet. And then even at a young age, right? You thought you were just a God's gift to people. And you are. You're, unique and divine in your own way. But you got a little setback because people started telling you who the fuck you were. And you were like, damn, I'm so confused. Right. And then you started saying, no, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to start feeding myself positive things. I'm going to start giving love into myself. I'm going to start pouring into myself. I'm going to start keeping my distance from person, place, and things who do not show me the same love that I have for myself. And then that's how you start leveling up. You start loving yourself and people start recognizing that. So it is a process. And for some of us, it took 50 years, right? For some of us, it took 20 years. Some of us took 30 years. For some of us, it took a long time. Hell, some people, they start loving themselves until they were like 70 or 80 years old. So it was a long journey, but we stuck through with it and it happened. Now that is the physical perception of this. If we would have did everything we needed to do to love ourselves, that means feed ourselves the things we need to be fed, rejuvenate ourselves, allow oxygen to come into our bodies. We had the right mental environment, the right emotional environment, we would have started loving ourselves and continue to love ourselves even at 14, 15 when our hormones were starting to change. We would have still continued to love ourselves. We would have loved ourselves. We would have found ourselves quicker, and we will find ourselves quicker or more quickly by, once again, setting up our environment and our space to be healthy. So it's not just about one area, y'all, when you're trying to manifest. It's not about just one area. My health is great, but my love life ain't. That's not true. If you're having problems in your finances, you're probably having problems in your health. You're probably having problems in your environment. You're probably having, for sure, you're having problems in your mental body, your psychological. There's something going on psychologically that's broken, and this is what's creating that financial brokenness. Can we talk about it? See, it all starts with the mind, and they said it. Mental health is important because mental health determines your experiences. If you don't understand it, you need to do your research on that. Everybody out here got problems. They don't want to get them solved. They think that they're going to burn a candle, light a candle. It's deeper than just that, y'all. It's deeper than that. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time if you're thinking that it's just one thing. There's a magical pill to fix everything. It's a process. And although you may see some changes from the candle work you're doing, to get those changes to come more quickly, swiftly, effectively, and to stay, you got to also change your eating habits, your sleeping habits, what you do, how you do. Okay. Some people don't like their partner to hang out with friends all day, every day. I mean, I don't know why people like to do that anyway. You're in a relationship with a man or a woman, honey. You clearly love them and want to be with them. I don't understand why you'd want to be around your friends all day more than your man or your wife. You know what I mean? When this is the one you said you wanted to be with, right? This is your other half, as you would say. And it would be crazy to spend more time with your friends than your partner if that's your other half, because that would show, the rest of the world that you really don't like yourself, because you don't like your man, really. And so all this is a reflection of your own experiences, y'all. And it's really, really amazing to step back and to see that, right? How things work spiritually, how things work physically. So there's no magic pill to create instant results. There's a formula, okay, in order to obtain power, success, and accuracy. And of course, accuracy in return can be success, in return, which could be power, but it all starts with the mind. So even going to this, and what kind of provoked this was one of my people actually sent me an email, and the work has not even been completed for more than 30 days. It's probably only been like maybe 3 weeks. And even I believe while the work was being done, they were a little not sure about what was going on. They were like, there's a lot going on. They even said things have gotten worse. And of course, I explained there's an exacerbation period with any type of healing. Okay. Medically speaking, exacerbation is a medical term. And it means that things get worse before they get better. Your symptoms will get worse before they get better, because of course the body has to be aligned, decoded, rearranged. Think about this for a good minute, y'all. Think about a toy box in a clean room, right? No, forget that. Let's do a closet. Everybody got a closet. Think about a room being cleaned. And the room is only cleaned because you threw everything in that damn closet. Okay? Everything got thrown in a corner. Everything got thrown in the closet. So they're like, this is clean. But the minute you go open up that closet door, everything come falling out. Well, when the door was closed, it was all put together. It was perfectly cleaned, right? The room was organized. It looked clean. Oh, God, this is nice. We opened the closet door. Everything started falling out. Now the room looked messy again. Well, now you got to take everything out of the closet. And then you have to start putting them in the place that they need to go to, throw away some things because maybe you don't need these things. Maybe these things are a little outdated, whatever. And then you start organizing things, putting the things back into the closet. And then you start to realize that the closet is now organized again, but it looks more spacious. So there's room for new things to come in, as well as it's more clean, it's more fresh, and you just feel more energized, right? That's the same thing when it comes to magic, healing, and all that good stuff, right? Right now, it looks good because the closet door was shut. So you're like, well, I just see a little bit of the mess because I know I know there's mess in there, Mystic, but I need you as a spiritual advisor to figure out where the mess is and how to clear up the mess. So that's when I open up the closet door, and then you're like, oh my God, Mystic, while you start doing this work, this motherfucker showed up at my house. He started kicking down my door. He threw a rock through the window. He grabbed, listen, the weirdest shit is going to happen when you start doing energetic work. And that's just how that works. The worst is going to happen before the betterness come, because all that shit got to come out. We have to purge. We have to cleanse. And that's what I'm saying too. People being so caught up in the spiritual shit because these fake ass people on here make it look so pretty. And, oh girl, we're doing cleansing work. And I'm lighting my cleansing candle, y'all. And I'm clearing this energy out. Girl, when I'm doing a purge or a cleanse, girl, energetically, I might get nauseous. Energetically, I might get diarrhea. Energetically, because these are physical symptoms of that, I may throw up. Energetically, I may get dizzy. Energetically, I may sleep for 2 or 3 days constantly and thinking, do I got a cold? Do I got a flu? That's how this work. When you're doing cleanses, it's not, oh, I'm doing a candle for my cleansing and I'm perfectly fine. Everything is good. Then you're really not doing no cleansing work, babe. You're lighting a candle to cleanse, but you're not doing real cleansing work. It gets dirty before it gets clean. Okay. Same thing with dirty clothes, y'all. Clothes are dirty. You wash the clothes. It looks clean. Oh, hell, we can even talk about the car. I have a white car. Oh, bitch, both of my cars are white. But I have a white car. Girl, when I wash that motherfucker, before I wash it, the car look clean. When I wash it, I'm like, damn, it looks even better. It's shiny, it's sparkly. But once again, it was dirty, but I didn't notice how dirty it was until I cleaned it. So this is how the process works. So if you're not ready for that type of process, you don't understand how real magic work, magic may not be for you. You might be one of those people that need to actually take your man or your woman into a therapist and only do the physical work. Listen, flat out, babe, are we going to be together or are we not going to be together? Is this going to work out? It's not going to work out because not motherfucker, I'm gone or you're going to be gone. Like that's what it comes down to if you're not able to be patient and work on the spiritual stuff. Because like I said, the spiritual stuff is the bigger, it's more effective, or the physical stuff happens and it's possible because there's a lot of work that goes along with it. Like I said, people get so caught up in the glitz and the glam, and I'm gonna burn a candle, and I'm gonna take some sage and some cinnamon and some blackberries and some allspice and some comfrey root, and I'm gonna mix it in a cauldron. I'm gonna stamp it down. I'm gonna say a little chant over it. I'm gonna throw it on a candle, and now the work is gonna work. Not if your mindset ain't there, it's not gonna work. Not girl. You can't do money rituals, y'all, and you didn't put in no application for no job. You can't do money rituals, y'all, if you don't have a business plan set up. You can't do money rituals and expect the money rituals to manifest if you're not acquiring and preparing yourself physically for the manifestation to come through, because you're doing the spiritual work to manifest the money, but you're not doing the physical work to manifest it. And that's not how that works. That cannot work like that, right? Even when this is the people saying that they've done magical rituals and the PPP loans, because that's what a lot of people say. The PPP loans was manifestation. Warfare was manifestation. EBT was manifestation. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know how many jobs are out there right now? Even if that means I got to relocate, and I'm just being honest with y'all, even if that means I have to relocate to Germany for 6 months, if I have to relocate to Brazil for 30 days, or I have to relocate to Alabama for 2 weeks, even though I don't like motherfucking the state of Alabama. Hello. And I'm not taking it back. Mississippi and Alabama are the two most fucking states I don't really give a fuck about. I don't want to buy nothing from those states. I don't give a fuck about the government, the politics in that fucking state. I'm just being honest with y'all. I don't care about their system. The systems are old, they're racist, they're sexist, and they're stupid. They don't even speak proper English, bitch. Hello. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking it back, bitch. Oh, I don't care. You from Alabama, unsubscribe. I don't care. Give a fuck, bitch. Hate those two states. Mississippi and Alabama are the two most fucking states I can't stand, bitch. Okay? Being honest here. But on the flip side of that means I have to go to those states for 2 weeks. Okay? 2 whole weeks. Girl, to get my money, I'm going to go there. If I have to, listen, see, this is what we talk about sacrifice day. See, people don't want to do what they have to do to get what they need to get you. They want to sit back. They want to complain. They want to be victims. They don't want to be successors. And then they wonder why there's 99 versus 1. The 1% happened because they sacrificed. They had sleepless nights. They got on a fucking boat. They got on a fucking ship. They got on a motherfucking plane. They went over here. They got it. Girl, this is what they did to make things happen. And this is what it comes down to. If money ain't popping for you in California, relocate to where it's popping at. If money ain't popping in Oakland, if money ain't popping wherever it ain't popping, LA, West LA, and the only thing you can do is rob and steal from people, then girl, prepare to get split. Prepare to be split for one. And then I don't want to hear about nobody. Hey, don't be crying about it neither, bitch, because you know goddamn well money wasn't right for you. That's when you pack your shit up and you go. But see, everybody care about everybody else, and that be another thing too. Everybody got jobs, right? Mama got a job, daddy got a job, auntie got a job, uncle got a job. They know you're unemployed. Did they not offer you the job? And that be another thing too. People like, I got all these friends. My friend. Do you know Susie? Asmunda? Do you know Bogo, Lindo, Victor? Oh, my friend. Or they're always talking. My friend Edgar, my friend Eduardo, my friend. But and it's just like, so how are you unemployed and broke though? Are these friends also unemployed and broke? Or if they are employed and you're not employed, are these friends not offering you jobs? Are they not helping you out? Or you not wanting them? It's going to come down to two things. Either you're not wanting the job or these so-called friends ain't helping you out. So what's really going on here? And so that's where it comes to with all this, y'all. If the physical stuff is not being done, the spiritual stuff is not going to manifest. Okay? If you don't want to be loved by a person, no spiritualist, no psychic, and not even God, because it's called free will, can make you want to be loved by somebody else. If you're not wanting success and a healthy life, no one can force you to do so. I was sitting here thinking about this yesterday. I was on my Facebook page and I saw postings from relatives. I see postings. I don't really comment because people be on some foo fake shit. So I just be watching. But I have this cousin who looked like she's 20 years older than my mama, y'all. And this lady is like, I really thought she was the same age as my mom because my mom have older siblings and stuff, right? And I was really thinking, because my mom, my auntie, they're the babies, right? So they have like real older siblings that are like 80 something, 90 something years old. So they got kids that are the same age as my mom, if not older, right? And so either way, y'all, it's not crazy to have like nieces and nephews that were born before you. That's even crazy to think about that, y'all. But anyway, so one of my cousins, I thought she was older than my mama. And my mom was like, no, she's barely in her 50s. Y'all, this lady is sicker than a goddamn dog. And sitting here talking about she's sucking on candy and shit. Oh, y'all, you might want to go over here to Costco. They got to sell on this candy. And I'm just looking at these pictures, y'all. And I'm just like, ma'am, you don't need no goddamn candy. Can we talk about it for a minute? Ma'am, you don't need no goddamn. First, she opened her mouth and she got pegs in her mouth. Ain't no teeth there. And I'm not clowning on her, y'all. I'm pointing out what it is about. You don't want a healing, but you over here talking about pray for me, y'all. I'm going to the hospital. Y'all pray for me. I'm getting blood work done. I'm not praying for you, dummy. I'm not praying for your dumb ass because the fuck, what am I praying for? What the fuck am I praying for you for? You know goddamn well what you're eating is affecting your health and you don't give a fuck about your health. So why am I praying for you? You don't give a fuck about your health. Why am I praying for your peace and your healing when you don't want to have a peaceful mind and a healing mind? You're not out here cutting and sacrificing because, bitch, it's not easy. I've been there, done that, girl. That'd be a battle I've been fighting for fucking 2 years. It's not easy to not want to eat a Snicker bar. It's not easy to not want to chow down a whole damn bag of hot Cheetos. It's not easy to pass by a burger joint and not want to go get a sloppy, doppy, triple-layered fucking cheesy burger with some fucking french fries, some hot sauce, and some pickles on it. That's not fucking easy, babe. But I said I need to have my energy. I like waking up early with energy. I like having a clear mind. I like having my blood being clean. I like getting older, but getting younger. I want to have a healthy life. I want to be older and be mobile. Like, these are the things that I think about. Am I willing to be satisfied in this moment, or do I want to be satisfied in the long run? And that's what it comes down to. So it's like that with everything and anyone. Girl, if you don't want happiness, stop telling people you want happiness because you don't. I'm not going to pray for you. I can't pray for you. I can't do energetic work for you to have happiness if you don't want it for yourself, if you're not willing to change. And then, of course, there's something called denomination. You are the denomination of all the experiences that you have. So the common denominator would be you. So if you had 8 relationships and they all didn't work out, it might be you and not them, because you're ultimately attracting your experiences based on you anyway. And that's what it comes down to, babe. So we need to sit back and we need to assess. And maybe what I'm willing to do as the spiritual advisor, the problem solver, as someone who's here to help people and not hurt people. Come on in here. Enlighten, to share, not gatekeep really much. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do a 3 to 7 day process. I'm saying 3 to 7 day because I'm willing to commit 3 days at least. Okay. Ow. I can't guarantee 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't guarantee the full 7. Okay, I'm sorry. But 3, I will commit to a 3-day thing. Okay. We come on here. We're gonna call it the enlightenment, the enlightening assessment, because that's too much mints. Enlightenment assessment, no. Enlightening assessment. What we're gonna do together, meditatively and physically, we're going to write the, listen, it's going to be a process for 3 days to 7 days. We are going to assess where you're at energetically and where you want to be energetically in the very near future. And then what is possibly stopping these things from coming up. And that's what we're going to do. And they're going to be known to you. You're going to know what these things are. You're going to start thinking about it. Oh yeah, I used to go to bed at a certain time, and I don't go to bed at a certain time. I'm used to da da da. Oh, I bring this, I bring that. Like these answers are going to become so clear to you, because you have to know where you come from in order to know where you're going. You have to understand when you're playing chess and checkers, what they say, I play chess, not checkers. When you're playing any type of game that has a strategy to it, you got to figure out who are all the players in the game. And a lot of people are not figuring out all the players in the game. Some people are like, listen, I want to do work on this man. I want to do work on this woman. I want to get this job. I want to get this, but they don't have a car. They're not ready to be on a schedule. They don't got money for lunch. I mean, girl, listen, we've been there, done that, y'all, with experiences. We've done work with people. We've done work for people. They wanted a job. They manifested a job. And they're like, listen, but now I got fired because I didn't have no way to get to and from work. So why were we not working on getting you? Why were we not working Bluetooth connected? Why were we not working on the fact? Why did it say Bluetooth connected? I hope y'all heard all this that I've been saying. Oh, I'm going to be so mad if y'all didn't. Oh, girl, Jesus. Listen, the spirits be so upset. It just said Bluetooth connected. The Bluetooth should have been motherfucking connected the whole fucking time. The hell? Listen, I'm gonna have to look at the comment section after I say this part, because I hope y'all heard me. There's a process to everything. And like I said, we have done workings with people who wanted a job and they couldn't get to work, so they got fired. They were at work, they were trying to figure out how they're going to get food. And I'm just like, this is all a part of the plan, though. Like, before you try to get the job, you need to figure out how you're going to get to work. Okay, well, some people, I got to get the work. I have to get the job in order to get the work. No, they have at-home jobs you can apply for. Yes. California, Massachusetts is a little harder, but all these other states have jobs that you can work from home. You don't have to go to a physical job. So maybe you might want to do that part-time. Hell, maybe you live near a McDonald's or Burger King. You might need to go apply at those places first and then walk before you can crawl before you can walk. But there's a process. We have to think about all these things. We want this man to come back to us, or we want this woman to come back to us, but are we willing to change our attitude? And maybe we'll see change within their attitude, right? Are we willing to change our defensiveness? Because maybe that's going to change their defensive. Maybe they feel like they're on 20s because you're on 20s. Let me say this very quickly before looking at the comments and go. I was talking to someone the other day, and we just got into a very defensive, combative tea. And I was like, calm down or I'm hanging up. Because I was like, girl, I can't do this. Calm down before I hang up, because I'm doing stress reducing techniques, and you incite my stress, baby. And I'm at this point ready to block your number, delete your number, and not talk to you for a year. Like, girl, that's how I was feeling. Because my girl, those stress levels were going up. I said, bitch, listen. I don't care enough to sit here and fight with you about this. I really don't. I don't give a fuck, honestly. But either way, they're like, well, I just woke up for one, and then when I woke up, you're already boom, 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 boom. And so I'm sitting there thinking right now, I'm like, no, you told me to call you today because you wanted me to help you solve a problem, and I'm calling you and blah, 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 blah. And then I started thinking about it, right? I was like, you know what? Oh my God. Yes, it was. Okay, so I could see it. Okay, I could see their perception right now. I could see what they're seeing. So they woke up. Soon as they woke up, I call and I'm like, "Hey, are you ready?" They're like, "Yes." And I'm already on tens because my day is ending. Their day kind of just started. And so I was like, "Oh my God, I apologize." And so we worked that out and I said, "Ooh." So I like I said, I pay attention to stuff like that now, right? Like, am I causing this disagreements? Am I causing what's going on, or is this some other shit going on? And then of course I'm willing to admit, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have came off a little. I should have asked, hey, are you up? I mean, I didn't think to ask were they up, but hey, I shouldn't have assumed neither that they were just sitting there waiting on my call. So I'm like, okay, I can see it. Okay, I apologize for that. We worked it out, we laughed, and then we ended that call. But baby, this is what it comes down to. Okay. Okay. So keywords: exacerbation, problem solving, alchemy, changing something up. We know magically we're transmuting energy. Okay. Transmuting is to change something, y'all. Magic candles is not going to change a situation if the person's involved is not willing to change. That's not how that works. The candle is dealing with the energetic point of it. The candle represent you. The candle represent your money. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest energetically, the candle is a physical representation of that. This is why you're able to give candle readings when you're doing your candle work, right? I always hear this when people say this, why I just be like, girl, I get so annoyed. Like, thinking about it right now, like, girl, when people be like, yeah, I bought a candle, but the candle didn't burn right. Or I bought candles and the candle didn't burn right. Something must have been going on with that with the store. Or I won't go back and buy candles from the stores because and I'm just like, do you not know that there's a spiritual reason why you bought those candles? Do you know that's already the setup of spirit telling you that either A, you're not ready for the work you're doing, A, you shouldn't do it, or or B, or C, you should pace yourself. A, you're not ready for the work. B, you don't know what you're doing. Or C, you need to pace yourself. That's what spirit is telling you. In your mind, you're like, I want it, but you're not ready for it. You're not physically ready to do the work. When I do my workings, y'all, I change everything. I isolate myself from everybody. And I know as a parent, a lot of you can't do that. Okay. I don't isolate myself from the work I do, clearly, because I have to work to pay my bills. I don't isolate myself from my dogs. They still see me. I still interact with them. So that's different. We're talking about if you are trying to manifest a new car and the money you get, you go blow it on McDonald's, weed, lashes, hair, makeup, all this other good shit. While you're doing your energetic work, you shouldn't be spending that stuff. You should kind of change. Not you should, but I would. Me, if I'm trying to manifest, and I'm just going to give you 3 examples, I'm really be done here. I'm trying to manifest my man to change. Okay. I'm going to kind of figure out what makes him tick. I'm going to try to figure out what is he like and what does he dislike. If he told me before I start doing this work that he don't ever want to see him again or talk to him again, I'm going to just keep my distance. I'm not going to do anything to say, no, fuck that. Mystic is doing the work for me, or somebody's doing the work for me, or hell, I'm doing work on myself. The candles are saying that this work is going to manifest. So I'm going to still keep inserting myself in this person's face. I'm going to change that. I'm going to step back and say, no, I'm going to let this energy work. Why this happened, I'm going to clear out my other side of the closet. I'm going to make sure my bed is made up. I know this person likes me to cook breakfast, so make sure I have a refrigerator full of food. I'll make sure I keep my kitchen clean. And this person complained about me nagging. I'm going to try to change my nagging ways. If they do something that kind of irritate me, I'm going to figure out how to release that, right? And this is when you go hang out with your girlfriends and stuff, by the way. Okay. But you're going to figure out a game plan of dealing with this energy that is coming in. Okay, you're trying to manifest a new car. At this point, I'm gonna try to think about all the money I'm spending, right? Okay, I'm trying to manifest a car, spirit. I'm trying. I'm going to be mindful about what I'm spending. Hey, I might cut back on, if I smoked weed, my weed consumptions. If I drunk, I might cut back on that too. I don't got to drink every day. Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. But I'm going to show the universe that I'm preparing myself for the energy that is coming in. Maybe even going into, do you have your driver's license? Do you know how to drive? When's the last time you drove? Are you a drinker? Do you drink and drive? Do these type of things. What challenges am I facing that are preventing me from manifesting the desire that I'm trying to manifest? That's what I would be working on. Going into even protection and stuff. People do protection work, but they incite situations that they need protection from. And I never understood that. If I'm doing protection work and I'm trying to get protection from person, place, and things, this is where I'm going to, watch how I maneuver. I'm going to watch how I do things. I'm going to probably come in at an earlier time. I'm going to make sure I'm driving, in areas that are not as heavily populated. Whatever type of protection I'm seeking, I'm going to do things physically to prepare for that energy to manifest. And then when I need to go through those areas, I know my protection is going to come through. Can we talk about it? I know when I need to manifest this man or this man come in, now I'm ready and emotionally, physically, etc. for this man. And so these are just the ways, right? These are just ideas of how you're going to manifest what it is that you're manifesting, y'all, or you're trying to manifest. And like I said, no such thing as magical pills. Okay. There's no instant anything. If you're not ready for what it is you're trying to manifest, it's not going to happen. I mean, that's just pure point blank. Um, you're trying to get money, but you don't have a money plan. That's not going to happen. You're trying to get a healing. I need healing work, but the diet is fucked up. That's not how that works. I got this cough that won't go away, and it's like, whoa, how are you eating? Well, I'm eating animal product. I'm drinking a lot of alcohol. I'm not sleeping the way I should sleep. I'm not I'm not staying hydrated. Well, that's why you don't have that cough. And so you need to work on that while we're doing this energy work. That type of thing. Because of course there could be other things. Because people are gonna all say it too. But why do energetic work if what we're doing physically will help the problem? Well, sometimes there are energies behind why it is you're having a problem, though. A lot of times it is physical things that are stopping, and you need that little energetic push. But for the most part, it could really be something energetically going on here. There could be some type of disconnect, right? And so that's what it comes down to. Let me see the comments before I go, honey. We've been on for an hour and 5 minutes. It seemed like we're only on for 20 minutes, girl. But let's see, honey. There we go. Ow, come on in here. Yes, honey. Ow, come on, King of Sheba. Yes, honey. Mystic, the image of who I perceive to be the real Oshun has been ringing in my head for a long while now, but I've been ignoring it. Listen, you need to go ahead and connect with that, Jay. Spirits are always we have problems every day. Spirits are always trying to help us solve them. Okay, ow. That's what you want to do. Oh snap! This is giving metanoia. Right. That's exactly why we did it, Jay. Come on in here. Ow! Come on in the horse at the end. We love the spirit of freedom. Yes, honey. You know what? I told y'all about that house too. Right. Right. I need to release my videos in my vault, huh? I be trying to hold on to these videos for teas, y'all. I'll be like, you know what? I might need to really drop some teas on these people. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you. There you go. Exaggeration. Yes. Exaggeration. Ow. Exacerbate. To inaugurate. To elevate. Come on in here, Kiana. Yes, Kiana, listen, okay? Okay, Kiana, yes. Okay, Kiana. Ow. Come on, Shamika. How you doing? Hope you're well. Oh, Shamika, check your email in a few, okay? Okay, Shamika? Yeah, I looked at my email yesterday because I had to, girl, I'm so sick of Gmail, y'all. Hotmail, LL, I never have any type of disturbances with them. Gmail, girl, they always put shit in the spam that should be in the spam, promo in the promo. Like, I was like, why am I not getting my alerts? I'm on one of these account things, right, that send your alerts for your tea, right, your investments. And I'm like, why am I not be getting my alert? Bella, go over there, 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 go over there. Girl, just trying to be all up in my face, so I'm trying to talk her. She's trying to tell me get the fuck up off here, but she can wait. She want to go get walked right now, y'all. I gotta go check my mailbox anyway. But where the fuck is I going with that now? Oh, Gmail. So they were sending my messages to the spam, the promo, and one of these sites I'm on, they send you alerts and stuff on your funds, right? They call it like the fund report, like, hey, your funds are blah, 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 whatever. Long story short, I wasn't getting this shit, y'all. I was like, oh, let me go sign into this fucking thing to see if they doing some weird ass shit with my shit. Girl, with my investments. Girl, I have to sign in really fast. And then I started searching in the spam, and I'm like, why are they sending it to the spam? So they were going into the promo and the spam. And Gmail, I guess, was trying to figure out if this was a company promoting to me or not. So the same thing with that. Shamika, like emails and shit. I be getting emails that it being the spam, it being this, it being that. I'm just like, girl. Then they tell you that your mailbox is full, and you're like, bitch, how the fuck is it full? Then you delete shit out. Then they start coming through, and it's like, is this new? Is this old? Is this what's going on here? So either way, yesterday I saw your email. So check your email in a few right now. Okay. But listen, y'all, I'm about to go. Okay. I need to go do my tea right now. Start my day. I woke up at 7:30 this morning. Oh, very early, girl. I'm trying to make sure I wake up at 5 o'clock. I have a girl. Listen, I've done it like one or two times, y'all, this year. And girl, I'm trying to make sure I'm up at 5, but that means I have to be in bed. And girl, that's impossible. Girl, I get home and for running errands or having my in-client stuff, and girl, I'm just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I end up like, girl, cleaning up. I end up sitting here, going through this, breaking this down, adding this up, organizing this. Let me go wipe off my candles. I'm always doing something. And then all of a sudden it's already 12 o'clock. You up, they up. Get the fuck out of here. Stop calling me. You up, they up, girl. Call me at 9:30 in the morning, bitch. Go to bed. Go to bed, girl. And I hope they didn't get alert that I'm online. I hope I didn't get alert that they're online. Ah, you a motherfucking lie. Anyway, my cord's coming today. Let me see something. Is that a one? It is. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, y'all, listen. I'm gonna start my day. I'll be back. I did tell my people that I was gonna do an email or a video. Bella, come on now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, girl. I did tell my one of my people that I will be doing a video on some teas, and this is the video for her. Hopefully she stopped by and tell me her little tea on what she's feeling and what she's thinking, and we're gonna go from there, y'all. Anybody got loving light to spiritmystic.blogspot.com to 8spirit8 mystic. I'm sorry, Bella's like, bitch, I need you to take me outside, girl. Bella be thinking she have it down, y'all. When I start saying 2spiritmystic.blog, girl, she just already start getting started. Oh, she about to get on me. Oh my God, y'all, listen. Bella thinks she got it down. She thinks she got it down. Bitch, you ain't got it down, girl. You ain't got it down, girl. You ain't got it down. You think you got it down. Girl, when I'm like, all right, y'all, love and light, girl. Yeah, if I had some clothes on, y'all, I would turn this camera on, girl, so y'all can see Bella. Girl, this girl, she is crazy, girl. Every time I say love it, hey, y'all, I never told her love and light. But this how you know this dog is so annoyed. She is so nosy, so observant. Like, so she listened, she said, okay, every time she say love and light, that means she about to end this life. Oh, girl, Bella, you are too funny, girl. And she got on her reindeer sweater right now, y'all. I'm gonna upload a picture of her with her reindeer sweater, girl. She looking like a Rudolph right now, girl. And girl, she just sit there every time I say L and L, girl. She just like. Either when I say love and light or I give the email. All right, y'all, check it out at 2spirit8 Miss 8. The girl, she just starts saying, my daughter be my hype man, girl. She gets so excited, like, girl, they're about to start emailing you, girl. My baby be my hype man. She be my hype man. Anybody got? Let me go, girl. Right, Bella is smart, Rico. Yes, honey. Bella is very, very smart, Rico. Yes. I'm like, she either try to beat my hype man, like, yes, honey, they gonna be emailing you, mama. Or she's like, oh, I wish I could email you. Like, I don't know. But she every time I say that word, I'd be like, email me at 28spirit@missed@gmail.com. And she wait until I say the 28. And as soon as I say the 28, she's like, oh, 28. Oh my God, girl. That's why I'm like, girl, girl, I just like hate that they spay and neuter these animals because it would have been nice to get some little babies. And I'm like, I'm just thinking about Bella's mom and dad too. I'm like, that means her mom was very smart, right? And it's just like to think about that. I'm just like, wow. Like that means her mom was smart because she's smart. So she had to get her smartness from her mom and her dad. And the same thing with News. I'm like, he's also smart. I'm like it would just be amazing to have seen their mom and dad to kind of get a feel. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he get his aggressiveness from his daddy and his this from like that would have been amazing to see that. So same thing with Bella. I'm like, I wish she can have puppies. I would love to have another Bella when she's gone, have another Nubis when he gone. It's not I think he got one more year to be made it. I'm gonna do it, honey, too. My baby gonna have some babies. My little baby right here, he gonna have some babies. Yeah, my baby right here, he gonna have some babies. He gonna make his mama a grandmama. Yeah, we gonna get some babies. We gonna get some little tiny babies, honey. We gonna get some little tiny mini pincher babies. You want some mini pincher babies? Can we get some mini pincher babies from you, Bella? You want to be an auntie? You want to be a mini pincher auntie? You got some mini pincher niece and nephew, baby. You gonna give us some kids. You gonna give us some kids? Cause we gotta go get your girlfriend so you can give us some babies, honey. I can be a good old grandmama. I can watch your kids while you go run. While you go run and play your games, honey. Ow! I can babysit my grandchildren. Anyway, y'all. Right. When I be like 8, Mystic 8, Spirit 8. Girl, as soon as I start saying 2-8, Bella be like and then Enrico, there's been times that they've been laying down under the blankets, and I'll be like, all right, y'all. And because I don't talk to them like that. I don't say, all right, y'all. I'll just be like, y'all ready? That's all I'll tell them, and then they'll know. But so I don't say, all right, y'all. So as soon as I start saying, all right, y'all, I see their little head pop up in the blankets, and then I'll be like, check out the blog spot at 2-8, and then all of a sudden she get all the way up, she stretch, and right now she not need the cover. She's sitting on top of the cover, so was watching me the whole time. So as soon as I start saying 2-8 Spirit, she's like, okay. Listen, how was Anubis and how has they've been great. Of course, Anubis is getting older, so he's getting a little more what do you call it? He's getting a little more slower. You know how it is, old dogs, honey. He's a little more feisty and he's a little more slow paced. He still plays with Bella. They still like wrestle and shit. But yeah, he's a little more like patient, right? Like even when I walk him, he used to like try to run and pull me and shit, pulling the fucking leash and shit, trying to break my nails and all that. Now he like slow walks himself. And of course I give him like collagen and they get their little blueberries, raspberry, butternut squash. We give them their little peas, their broccoli. Last night I bought me some steamed broccoli from the Chinese place with some rice noodles, and I put some pasilla peppers. Oh, by the way, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I love me some cayenne pepper. I have cayenne pepper every day, raw with just water. I went to the store and I was like, I want to taste something different. Because I made pasta salad, right? And I was like, I want to say something different. I don't know if I want to put this, peppers on it. Y'all, they had ground pasilla peppers. And I was like, I know ancho. I love ancho. That has like a very smoky taste. But I was like, let me get this. Girl, I took that, y'all. I sprinkled that over my vegetables. Girl, I tore that shit up, y'all. I normally eat half of that plate. I ate the 80% of that plate. I put the plate down, and all of a sudden, Guess who motherfucking ate the rest of the food? Anubis and Bella. So they got them some pasilla peppers and they got them some motherfucking steamed vegetables. So I'm just like, girl, I said, see, this is what I get for feeding them these fucking vegetables too. Because I was gonna pig out on this shit on my own. And now that means today I gotta go get some more because the plan was to eat half last night, half today, and then tomorrow I'll put on my beans. And girl, sure enough, I gotta go today and go get some nails because they want to put their motherfucking nasty ass fucking snouts in my motherfucking plate and eat my motherfucking food as if it was for them. And then girl, I said, I gotta go get some more pasilla peppers too, girl. Oh! Ground, y'all. Ground pasilla peppers, y'all. It has a spicy, it's not as spicy as cayenne, but it gives you that spiciness. And you know, peppers are antioxidants. It helps with circulation. It improves elasticity. It antioxidants help regenerate cells and stuff. So y'all, I'm like, baby, I think I found my new kick, girl. Okay, hello. We're gonna put pasilla peppers on everything, girl. Ancho pepper, I used to put that on my rice. I put chili, crushed chili peppers, what they call it, chili oil on vegetables and stuff. Now I'm like, now I got my ancho peppers, girl. My pastillas, girl. Sprinkle it right on. And girl, I was tearing that shit up, y'all. It was good, y'all. Y'all gotta try it. Listen, when you try it, you let me know. Y'all go get y'all some ground pasilla peppers. Okay? Sprinkle it over your food. I think this package was 2 ounces. I ate about 1 ounce of pasilla peppers last night. And I said, tonight, we're doing that again. I might go get some hummus tonight and put that on that hummus. Oh! Oh! Look, food getting me excited, y'all. Listen. Okay. Oh, yes. The download I got was that while Oshun is the Yuba avatar, her older form looks more like a Khoisan South African woman. Oh, see, you know what? What I've come to realize, Jay, and this has worked throughout history, that saints and spirits appear to everyone differently. The Oshun that I've seen is a light-skinned woman with freckles. Light-skinned woman with freckles and very wavy textured hair, like water, right? And water waves. That's the Oshun that I've seen. But I've heard people say they've seen a dark-skinned Oshun, they've seen a tall Oshun, they've seen a short Oshun, and she is tall. But the Oshun that I get is a tall, light-skinned, freckled, like sunflower seeds, you know, and this is what she was telling me. Freckles like the seeds on a sunflower and blah 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 blah. And I never equated freckles to sunflowers. And I was like, what the hell? Freckles are sunflowers? Like, girl. So it's amazing how I got that energy. But that's Oshun, okay? But I think that Oshun comes to everyone just like Lady of Guadalupe comes to everyone differently based on your need and your whatever. This is how the spirits show up to you. And that's what I realized, right? And so no one could paint a picture of what any Orisha or anything look like because that's what they look like to you, right? This is why we work on connecting with Oshun or connect with these spirits ourselves. What they say, nobody's relationship with God is the same relationship. Yeah, the same thing with imagery and all that good stuff. The energy is still going to be there, but who you see may not be what everybody else have seen. And she's going to show you who she is in different forms, in different ways, because that's another thing too. I've seen that. I've seen a very curvaceous, short, curvy, big bosom, big hip, big butt Oshun as well. And I'm like, what? How is this even possible? You light skin, tall with freckles, and you short, stubby with big boobs and big ass and big hair. Like I'm confused here. But once again, it's all about avatars and your perception and what you're needing. And then what was that TV show called too, where she came through and said she has been in many forms and many lives and many this and many that. And I just thought that was amazing too. That was after my experience, of course, though. But I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Right? Whoever wrote this, like they hit this head on. I think they were even trying to say she was Marie Laveau one time. I'm like, girl, Marie Laveau wished she was Oshun. Yes, rest and relax, Rico. Rest and relax. I did that a little yesterday and a little the day before that. But today, we got to get some motherfucking work done. Okay. Also, the Yoruba people are called Nago in the Americas, which likely connects to Kilinago, a Carib tribe. The Kilinago being descendants of the original Nago people in South America, Caribbean. There we go. There we go. Isn't it crazy about the Nago and Nagas and all this other good stuff? And then they mysteriously call black people in America niggas because they don't call African people that. Nowadays they probably do. You think they ever called African people in the past uh niggas and shit? How ironic is that they would call that to African Americans, quote unquote. Quote unquote African Americans. Wouldn't that be crazy that they have different terms for these people than you go to African yes people? Have you ever heard of the word nigga? No. Isn't that crazy? Like they call black people African Americans, and then the African people say they don't call themselves African. You know what I mean? Like, girl, that's just mind blowing for me. Where it's like, so what is real and what is not real? Because the Africans said they're not called Africans. The continent is called Africa, but they call themselves something else. And then it's like, and then we go by what these people say. Oh, this is North America, South America, Central America. Who the fuck are you to say what the hell this is? This wasn't your land. The Native Americans here, the natives here did not call America the Americas. They called it something else. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all, we have a city here in America that's named after what America used to be called. And I told you I had a dream about it, girl. It was crazy, y'all. And I had to do my research. I said, what the hell does this word even mean? It did start with an A, though, for sure. It started with an A for sure, honey. But I was like, wait a minute. Girl, this ain't no damn America. Okay. Right. Nago, Nigeria. Right. Right. Was the light-skinned woman with blonde, wavy hair sounds like Anas. No, she didn't have blonde hair, though. No, she didn't have blonde hair. She had black hair. Black hair, light skin, freckles, very full. If you had to take the moon, imagine what the moon looks like with a face, eyes, nose, lips. That's what it was. Full lips, round face, almond shaped eyes, freckles. The eyes was everything was with the eyes. Yeah, and there was a lot of telepathic communication. But me looking at the eyes, I was getting my information through just watching the eyes. I don't remember seeing the lips, the lips move. But very tall too. I'm about 5'10". She was about at least six. I would say 6'5", at least 6'5". Very tall. And I was just like, honey, what the hell? Who the hell? And of course, there's a process you go through, right? Hey, reveal to me your true form. I feel so connected. I feel so this and that. Reveal to me your true form. And then all of a sudden, you get it and you're like, oh, somebody's dog is loose? Yeah, somebody's dog is loose. Hold on, yeah. Move from by my gate. Right. Move from by my gate. Somebody's dog by my gate and I hear it's going like roof, 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 roof. A cat, it must be a loose dog, and the cat must have fucked that dog up. I think that's what happened. You know how dogs have attitudes and shit? That's what it's given. Damn, girl, I slept with my damn keys. Girl. Yeah, we gotta wait. I can't take y'all out yet because I don't know I don't know if that dog is loose or that's somebody else's dog, so we're gonna give it a minute. We're gonna give it a minute, babe. I should text security and say, hey, there's a loose dog. Can you confirm that's somebody else's dog? I don't want to walk my dogs. And there's a loose dog. Okay. Now I've seen depictions of Yewa as a lighter skinned woman with dark hair and Brazilian art. So I don't know. It's a lot. Right. See, that's like you're saying, everything is perception because allegedly these Orishas and stuff are from Africa, and allegedly African people are very, very dark skinned. But of course, some people have lightened these Orishas up and these saints up. We call them, they don't white skinned them. For their needs, because I've even seen like Vishu in them as a light-skinned person. And I was like, the fuck? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've walked into Indian bazaars and stuff, and I've seen that's what they call their stores. I walked into Indian bazaars and literally, y'all, I've seen like white Ganeshas and stuff, and I was like, I ain't buying shit out of here. Because Ganesha's not white, honey. If you're gonna show a divine being, a deva, in you know what I mean, show it in the shoe form. So if you don't want to do black, do blue, right? That's what they are. They're blue, right? Ganesha has like a bluish purple undertone to his skin, so it's like show that. But you got to get into white. You got to get into black. It's like I didn't like that. I was like, yeah, I ain't shopping up in here, girl. Y'all out here trying to spin a narrative on shit. So the same thing with that. With this, I'm like, no. I think these Orishas appear to you the way that you need it, right? Because spirits connect to you based on who you are. So if you're somebody who may be a little, who knows? Maybe y'all were connected in another life, and she manifested as a white woman or blonde hair, blue eyed woman. I don't know. However you see them, that's how you see them, right? Make your note, ask them their questions, let them know, and you'll figure out what it is. Because there's a reason why people are seeing them as dark, and some people are seeing them as light. Some people are seeing them as freckles, some people are seeing them without freckles, some people are seeing them tall, some people are seeing them short, some people are seeing them this, some people are seeing that, some people are seeing a medium skin, whatever. There's a reason for that. It's raining there too. No, it's not raining. It's overcast though. It's overcast. Full moon hidden before you said keys. I thought keys. Yes, honey. Come on, keys. Ow, keys. Yes, keys. Yes, I did say keys. I slept with my keys, honey. I just pulled my sheet back and I said, what the hell? And I like that because, you know what I mean? I have a my key locks my door and shit. So who knows? Maybe my door got unlocked, my car door. But that's what I'm thinking about. So I'm like, fuck. I don't like that. Y'all, I hit that sack hard last night too. I was supposed to be checking my messages stuff before I went to bed. Y'all, I woke up, my TV was off. Everything was off except for my humidifier. I was like, But I picture Ganesha as a golden elephant. There you go. You see that, King of Sheba? That's something like everybody see Ganesha differently. My very first interaction with Ganesha was dark skin with red eyes. And this is before I knew about the different avatars of Ganesha, right? Because every deity has a different avatar, they have a different aspect of them, and that aspect of them come differently. So even going into people seeing like Orishas differently, I think there's a different aspects of them because they have a warrior side, they have a this side, right? Ganesha has a darker side of him that when he is provoked, things are not pretty. And so even going into people doing workings with that aspect of Ganesha, they're not supposed to do the workings with Ganesha in their house on a certain day at a certain time. And even going into other energies, like you're not supposed to work with Kali Ma during this time because they will fight. And depending on who wins and who loses, they will fuck your shit up. And so if you know what I know, you know exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. And you can also do your research on what I'm talking about. And So that was the first energy that I saw of Ganesha. I had a out of body experience, a spiritual experience, where I went to this village in the middle of nowhere. When you looked to both sides, you saw no trees, no land, no. I mean, it was just vast land, nothing, no trees, no birds, no cat, no dog, nothing. It was empty, quiet. I'm going through this area. All of a sudden, you know, a wooded area appear. Walk through these woods, and I could just feel everything. The temperature. I can remember like the sound of the trees and what I felt. It was like you know, a summer night. Get there, all of a sudden there's a fire, and Ganesha's dancing around this fire. Very, very black with red eyes, and they were piercing. And of course, it threw me off because I've only seen statues of an elephant-headed man. I've never seen this in real life, right? Or in the, you know, with my actual eyes. So to see this, it was like, ooh, like I was taken back. I was thrown off, y'all. Like I just, ooh, I couldn't believe it. Like I had chills, and I was like, oh my God. But I felt drawn in, like I needed to go forward. And so I'm going forward. He's dancing around this fire. People appear. I'm seeing these people with these markings on their face, on their forehead. And then I'm trying to see myself. So I'm like, do I have a marking on my forehead? What's going on? Like, do I look like these people? Like, you couldn't see what race these people were. Like, these people honestly looked like they were black skinned, but they looked like they had clay on them. It didn't look like black skin. But the clay also looked smooth, if that makes sense. So you saw these really, 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 really white eyes. And then you saw like some had colored eyes, hazel eye, green eyes, black eyes, whatever. But you saw this clay covered skin. But Ganesha, actually, that was the skin. So that was the first experience. And then the second experience was I saw the color, but the color was like bluish purple. Then there was another Ganesha that I saw with wings. So it's different aspects of this deva, which has a different, you know, potency, different powers, different abilities. So same thing, like I said, with Yewa and all that. I think people see these energies differently because these energies bring them something different. That's, I think, how that goes, honey. But yes, honey. Yes, honey. Ow, not the golden calf from the Bible. I know that's right, honey. Lots of avatars, yes. Yes, I actually made a comment now. I'm Didi. Listen, Didi, listen, you can't right on about to leave right now. Ow! Yes, honey. Yeah, a lot of avatars. Yes. And we know that avatars, another word for avatars would be messenger and or message, right? Every time someone have seen the image of a saint, right? I mean, let's call it what it is, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Father, the Son, and the Mother. Every deity is a image of the Divine Mother. So people have seen the Virgin Mary, the Divine Mother, appear to them as La Fatima. People have seen her appear to them as the Lady of Guadalupe. People have seen her as the Lady of Charity. People have seen her, like, depending on who, what, when, and none of these beings look the same either. They all look different. They come with different garments, different clothing on. And so that's how it works. Going even into like Lakshmi and going into Matava and all these other deities, right? These are all the same being, but in different elements, different times, and different cultures, they had to appear differently because if you know, if you're used to seeing short women wearing a dashiki, and then all of a sudden this woman appeared to you and she's tall and she's wearing a hilbaya, you're gonna say, what the fuck is going on? Wait, what? It's gonna throw you off. Like, am I tripping? Am I hallucinating? But what's going on here? And so there we go. Going into so they're gonna appear to you the way that so it doesn't startle you. You're gonna be like, what the hell am I seeing? What the hell is going on here? But it's not gonna startle you. So that's how I feel like with all these saints and how they appear too. Avatars for the needs of the people. Okay. People needed them to avatar to manifest a certain way, and they did. Okay. But yes, let me go, y'all. And my sinuses, honey. I need to go do my little navage, honey. rinse out my nose, honey. Who you doing? Anyway, y'all, bye for now, y'all. Love and light. It was good seeing y'all. I hope y'all have a great day. And we'll be back soon. I was going to do a Midnight Metanoia last night, too. Maybe we'll do one tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow night. Okay. Tomorrow is the full moon. We're going to get in. We're going to get in. We're going to get in. Okay. Bye, y'all. Love and light. Be good to yourself, okay?